That was a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big bass. Ow. Look at that, just eating that fish. That's amazing. Sunfish. Y'all, we are back. We are back in Alabama, and I'm obsessed with this place. I really have wanted to examine a fishery through the spawn since this is honestly my first spawn. And I wanted to go from pre-spawn to spawn to post-spawn and really just kind of, examine the place and understand it and see what's going on with the fish and learn a lot. And this place is always different. We're always either near the main body of water, or we're going back deep in the creek arms, or we're in the mid creek arm, or whatever, or we're in the main body of water. It's always something different here, but it's the same place. And I'm learning so much from working the same piece of water over and over and over again. I'm kind of guilty of that. I kind of work the same pieces of water over and over again, but I learn so much that way, and I really absorb a lot that I transfer to other pieces of water that I've never fished. So y'all join me on this as we learn about the spawn. I believe we are pretty much in the spawn right now. I have to see the water temperature, but we'll see. And we're just going to keep working it. We'll come back here every few weeks and try different things and just kind of examine the spawn. So thanks y'all for joining me. I always appreciate the support. Feel free to like and subscribe, and here we go. Our real goal today is to really hit places that, the bass boats can't go. So we're really gunning it to the back of this creek arm real fast, going pretty much as shallow as we can to avoid all the bass boats. The water is 65 degrees at the surface. I'd have to say the spawn is on, and they're on their beds at this point. We were here a few weeks ago doing the pre-spawn, and that pretty much turned into a complete BFS video because we were just whacking them with the new Outer brand. But today we're just gonna haul back to the shallow water. And it's about 3 o'clock right now, so we're right on time. I don't see how a bass boat could get on this side at all. I mean, we just went in, I bottomed out. So let's just paddle for a sec. Ooh, it is hot today. And I saw tons of fish moving. I don't think they were bass, so I think they were like carps and stuff. You're supposed to kill any Asian carp you find in here. Yeah, see, a bass boat's not passing this. All kinds of crazy habitat back here. It gets shallow. Perfect spawning grounds. We're in 1.5 feet of water. I'm starting to see light spots. Cool. Whoa. Now, I think I'm just seeing sand and not really spawning beds, but who knows, man? I've never done it, I've never done it correctly and been on time for this, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'll be the first to admit it. Okay, now we're in 5 feet of water. Changes very rapidly back here. There is a really big bird sitting up in that tree back there. I don't know what it is. Get my camera out. Let me zoom in on this bird real quick before you scare it. Let's see what's up there. Big vulture, maybe. Or there's some pretty large predator birds back here. What is that? I don't know what kind of bird that is. That may be just a vulture. You can see it there. Oh my gosh, I hear water flowing. Holy smokes. So we come to this creek a lot, and we go to the very back. And typically it's dried up and we have to like portage our boat over all these rocks to get into this part of the creek. So what we're about to actually see back here, which I hear the rushing water, is we're about to see this creek flowing. That's why the water cools down back here. And that's why we might have to turn around and go fish a little bit of a warmer area. I'm gonna put my motor up and paddle so I don't scare anything. Because the water has cooled off a good deal. Like 5 degrees even, right? I think I said 65 when we were at the front. But let's go see, because I've never seen it like this, so it'd be really neat to actually see it. I do see bait fish. Whoa. So I don't know if you can see on my cameras, that was a big hawker, young eagle, young bald eagle. It just moved trees, so we'll be able to look at it again. Jeez. I think the fishies are gonna be scared of that. Yeah, this water is cooling dramatically, and it's so crazy to see it flowing when we never see it flowing. It's always so dry back here. But we'll fish, we're gonna go all the way to the back and then just fish our way out. And we'll kind of hit all the little obvious places for a spawn to be happening, or what we think are the obvious places. Cover the water here at least. Ooh, that was nice. Let's let that crawdad sit there for a sec. I don't know, let's just work through these baits quick. I don't want to waste too much time here because I doubt this is where spawning is happening. So chatterbait. Oh. Oh God, that was a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big bass. Oh God. Come here, come here, come here. Come here. Holy smoke. Ooh, yeah, boy. Holy crap, dude. Woo! Dude, that thing smacked it. Well, never mind, I'm wrong. Oh, I about threw my back out on that. Dang, dude. What a big dog. Okay. Get this hook out of your mouth, dude. Chatterbait. There we go. Holy crap, guys. Look at that spawning bass. Jeez, it's heavy. Whew. Let's weigh this guy. My goodness. Oh, man, that was cool. Oh, it doesn't get much better than that, dude. That was nuts. £3. 3 pounds, 1 ounces. Holy crap. That's our first bass of the day, guys. And it has a hole in his lip already. Someone else caught this guy. They are spawning up, boy. Jeez. Oof. Man, that was fast on that chatterbait. Everyone kept saying chatterbait, chatterbait, chatterbait. So, I'm glad I listened. Off you go. Gosh, thank you, bud. Look at that thing. Off you go. Go ahead. There it goes. Jeez Louise, man. All right, guys. It is not a BFS day. Wow, that was something else. If that was the only fish I caught today, I'm pretty pumped about that. So we're gonna push off of this spot and kind of start working our way out of the creek and just work every little piece of cover we see. So now that we know that the water temperature back here being close to 60 is enough, we're gonna work our way out of here pretty slowly and just work every little thing. Like, look at all this, and no bass boats getting back here, man. So essentially what I'm doing now, guys, is I'm just slowly working down this creek, stopping every few feet. I mean, like, I'd say every 20 feet, and just working on every boulder I see, every little crevice I see, just everything. So we're just gonna keep doing this. Just slowly work this little guy. I got a very typical lure for me, but a micro goat on there. There's one. There's one. Oh, got off. That wasn't a big one, but we just lost one. We're just gonna slowly pick this creek apart back here until we get back to the main water. And I will get that chatterbait back. There's one. There's one. It's a little guy, but it's, whoa. What is that, a hybrid? Holy smokes. New species alert. I think that's a hybrid striped bass. I don't catch many of these. It's actually a goal of mine this year. Come here, bud. Let me get this hook out of you. It's actually a big goal of mine this year to get a big striper. Look at that guy. I think that's what they call a hybrid, right? Y'all let me know. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, real quick, ow, almost slammed a hook in my hand. Wow, so there's some fluid in my boat right now. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looks like some sort of spawning fluid, if you know what I mean. And I guess they're spawning too. Oh, that was a fish. Oh, that's a fish. Oh, these little hybrids, man. Keep catching them. It's crazy. Well, I wanted to catch stripers this year. Guess you could say I'm catching stripers, right? Look at that little guy. They're so crazy looking. Okay, that's 2 of those today. 1 big bass and 2 of those. That's cool. Okay. Let's throw 1 more right here in these rocks, and then we're gonna go sit in those rocks. All right, maybe 2 more. Wait, is that another one of those stripers? Yep. Gosh, we're just ripping these things up with this Baitcast Finesse. The Aldebrand. Okay. Another cool guy. Look at these dudes. They're so interesting looking. All right, let's push forward a little bit. We know the little hybrids are back here. They're making their run toward this creek. All right, y'all, we've wedged ourselves in these rocks, which is very cool. And we're just gonna kind of fish around here. This is prime looking. Water temp is 60. This is a neat little area here. Honestly, I think I found the spawning ground for the hybrids back here, the water temperature being a little cooler. Oh, I thought that was a fish, dang. There's a fish. It's a hybrid again. Dang. God almighty. Ow. Dang, they got some spines. Okay. All right, we are going to get out of here. We have found the spawning area for the hybrids, or whatever these striped bass are, or whatever they are. And I feel like if we were to push out just a little further to the warmer water, we'll find more bass. Honestly, that bass I caught earlier, I feel like it was still pre-spawn. You know, it was kind of just waiting in that current up there and just eating everything that came through there. So I think I caught a pre-spawn bass still. I'm just not seeing the beds like people talk about, but hey, it's definitely kind of that time. Y'all, it's April. It's not even April, it's March 31st, and I am already putting on bug spray. I'm getting kind of tore up back here. Let's do a little bit right now and see if that helps. I bought some hardcore deep stuff. Yeah, they're back here. Hey, y'all.
How are you?
Good, how y'all doing?
Pretty good. Having any luck?
Man, I caught a nice 3+ pounder back there.
Oh, did you really?
At the very, I think it was still pre-spawning. But,
oh, really?
yeah, because it was in the current, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. You know, it was fat and it hit my chatterbait like violently. And then I keep catching a bunch of like those hybrid little things, you know?
Bass and...
No, they're like the little hybrid striper deals.
Oh, okay.
I've been catching so many of them, I'm getting out of here. I'm like, I found the wrong spawn, you know?
Did you actually see beds in the back?
I didn't see any beds, no. I saw some cleanness between the rocks, but it looked just like, it didn't look like beds, you know what I mean? It just looked like just some sand.
Have you seen the things that look like beds and they're real close together and there's a bunch of them?
Not yet,
but
no.
They're not perfectly formed beds. They're in the grass flat behind that island.
Oh, okay. By all the stumps and stuff.
Between the land and the stumps, there's an area where they're spaced out like bass beds to me, like 15, 20 feet apart, circular, but we've seen other beds on grass flats that are they're not circular, they're kind of funky. So.
Well, I did see some funky, like, I think it's those little hybrids, man. Mm-hmm. They're annoying. Yeah. You know, it's cool to catch a few, but it's just like, I'm not targeting them, so.
Yeah.
You know, but
well, have fun the rest of the day.
Yeah, you too. How far can you guys get in that boat back there?
I don't know. This is our first time here, so you tell me.
Oh, because it gets pretty shallow past here. But see those two rock banks, those boulder banks? Little mini like bowling ball size ones?
Right there?
It drops to like 3 feet after that.
Oh, really? It looks like there's a hole coming up where it's 8 feet. But
this is all deep right here, yeah. This is all deep, and then it right where those like shores are, it gets shallow, then it gets a little deep again, then it gets really shallow.
Okay. I was going to stop at my chart shows me that last deep hole or whatever.
Right.
So I was going to come to the edge of that and stop, and I don't know how close we'll be.
I'm always curious, because I'm making a video right now about where bass boats can't go. So.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go try.
Push the limit.
All right, push it, and I would love to hear.
We have to, I'll get out and push. I've
Yeah, no.
already done it once today. So.
Yeah, man, you got to do what you got to do. Well, I'll see you guys. Good luck. Well, we saw a bass boat back here, so we're gonna go somewhere else. That means they can get back here. But it's interesting to talk to those fellas. So right now we're totally out of the creek, the deep part of the creek. Not the deep part, but you know, we're out of the far back of the creek. The water has gone up 5 degrees, it's 65 degrees. This is total spawn world right now. I believe that bass we caught back there was still kind of pre-spawn and just trying to eat a lot. And you know, we found the other spawn, the wrong spawn, the hybrid spawn. And then we saw a bass boat back there pretty close to where we were, so you know, I wanted to get out of there. I'm going to another spot right now that I love. And it is really almost inaccessible to bass boats as well. So we're just kind of zooming over there. All right, so we're working our way toward a spot I really want to try out. And you know, we're kind of scouting for tomorrow too. And I see tons of bass boats up there, but they're not going to be able to get to the part of this that I'm going to right now. But I can see them kind of encircling, and I really tomorrow want to hit all this. So tomorrow we're going to go left instead of right. And we had a good day today. We found the wrong spawn, but we caught a lunker back there, luckily. All right, guys, we are approaching our little area we've boated to. I'm going to kill the motor, pull it up. Before we suck up grass. We're already in 1.5 feet of water. It really changes fast. And crystal clear water. I can hear the frogs. All right, we're gonna paddle our way in here. Use this last little bit of light. Stay here for about 30 minutes and kind of scout it out. And then we're gonna come right back here tomorrow. We're gonna stay here and just use this last bit of little light. See if we can land us a 5-pound bass. Frogs are sounding so cool. That's a fish. Whoa. Sunfish! Never get tired of those. Oh! And that's a perfect little release. All right, I want to work my way back around here. I'm just kind of taking a peek at stuff. Let's go see. I don't know if I just saw a turtle or a bass. Something had his head up. Whoa. Big falcon type bird. Whoa. Oh, that's our eagle friends. Young eagle. Owls are out. Whoa, scared something here. I think we found the beds, guys. We just need some more light tomorrow and we'll be into them big time. Whoa. Bald eagle. Oh. Look at that, it's eating a fish. You call it a fish? That's amazing. I saw that bird snatch that fish out of the water. I wish I caught it on camera. Wow, look at it. I believe that's a young bald eagle. Look at that. Sometimes you gotta stop and watch other creatures fish, you know? They're here. I think that's an osprey. I don't know what that is, man. Get some footage of it. Look at that. Look at that, just eating that fish. That's amazing. Gosh, I'm gonna have to look at this video later to kind of really tell what this is. Wow, I think it's an osprey. Caught itself a fish. I wonder what kind of fish it is. Is it a bass? Wow. That is cool. All right, let's catch our own fish. I don't think we're gonna eat it, but still be neat to catch another fish right now. All right, I'm just gonna kind of scout around for a minute here. Maybe hit this hole one more time in the corner. I think I'm gonna focus a lot on the grass tomorrow. And I keep seeing a lot of activity over here. Like fish popping and stuff, so who knows? It got very shallow back there on me. Let's just paddle around for a sec. All I see is fish moving, so. And I can see clear as day back here. So if I can find these nests, because this is kind of like algae grass. Super warm. Oof, they're just all over the place, aren't they? I think it's way more beneficial I scout right now. Oop, there's a bed. Yes. I'm finding them. May not be bass beds, who knows? But we found something. I might really need to stand up and fish tomorrow because I can see so much more. Whoa, that's a bed. God. That's a bed. I don't know what a bed is if that's not a bed. It's a big round bed. Right, grass. We're just gonna come back here and just cast everywhere tomorrow. I don't think it's bright enough for my underwater cameras, guys, but I'm seeing just big round clearings in the grass. So I'm pretty sure I'm seeing beds. Or what's the beginning of them? And they're all kind of like right here, triangulated with those cattails and that. I wonder if you guys can actually see this right now on this low light, but let me just drop my camera down there real quick. See if you can see it. What about that? Is that a bed? Look at that. How's that? Is that a bed? Look at that, man. Listen to those frogs, too. Y'all, I'm just continuing to fish as I kind of do this outro, but what a day we had today, man. I mean, we lucked into that big bass going back in that creek arm, which ended up kind of being the wrong move for bass fishing, but because of the cold spring water coming in, it really dropped the temperature. I mean, we're in 69 to 72 degree water right now out here, and back there we were in 59 degrees. It's a huge shift, but I'm pretty sure we found the bass beds. And we're gonna come back here tomorrow first thing. See if we can get back into them. But it's been a big learning day. I've never fished a spawn like this, so this has been really cool to get out here and do this and really study a fishery over and over again until you kind of figure out the cycles. So, you know, get ready for tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe if you want. and we'll see you tomorrow morning.